Hey everyone, and welcome back. Now, this is a very important subject and important video in my opinion. I've even glazed over it in a previous video, which will be in the top right corner. Now, before I go ahead and get started, I would like to explain the situation to those who are unaware of it. Rehydrated is getting its soundtrack remastered, and essentially they are painting over the tracks extracted from the original PS2 version of the game. Now, these tracks are in mono, meaning they only have one audio channel instead of two, which is what stereo has. Now, what is partly disappointing is that instead of getting the original tracks, the original stereo tracks, they have decided to give the soundtrack a fake stereo effect with some added instrumentals. The only reason we know that the original stereo tracks exist is that in 2009, a game called Truth or Square was released on the Xbox 360, the Wii and the PSP. There has also been a demo video on YouTube with Stereo Goo Lagoon, the track. It's not the full track, but there are segments of it in true stereo, so I will link that in the description for you guys. For the Xbox 360 and Wii versions, they contain some BFBB music in its true stereo format, which I will play for you right now with a direct comparison between mono and stereo. The hub track that I will play will contain a remastered segment for comparison as well. I really do recommend decent headphones. What did you think of the four examples you just heard? I mean, pretty different, right? Let me know down below. From personal experience listening to these tracks on a daily basis, which I still do, it is genuinely painful to go from true stereo to mono or even fake stereo in my honest opinion. Another brutal but absolutely honest opinion of mine is that as much as I appreciate the artist's time and effort that they are putting into bringing these up to modern standards, I think the hub track is really subpar. And I don't know if anyone watching thinks that, anyone thinks the same as me, but the track sounds too confined and I really do not like it. An example of why the stereo tracks are infinitely superior is that in Rock Bottom's track you have all these intricate details going here, there and everywhere, but the one that stands out the most is the buzzing sound that pans from left to right, because in the stereo track it goes left to right, but in the mono track, since it's only one channel, it goes straight down the middle and you just lose out on so much just by having the mono track. Next up, we have Chester, known as C&B Extra on YouTube, who was kind enough to lend me some of his time so he could give me his thoughts on the whole music situation.
Alright, audio recording for Sheriff, for the audio comparison thingamajiggy. So this is for the Bikini Bottom / Sand Mountain track, so starting it off. So this is the Bikini Bottom one, 2003 mono track, so let's listen to that. And now the fake remaster stereo version for Rehydrated. And then the true stereo version for Truth or Square. I think I'm not much of an audio focused person all the times, but there's actually like an insane difference, really, just listening to it with headphones and just listening to the comparison of it. It's pretty insane because with the mono track, it doesn't sound bad, but it fits its age, 2003, and then you hear the quote-unquote new track for Rehydrated, the stereo track, and it really just feels like the mono track that's just had its gain increased type of thing. Like it feels fuller in my headphones, but it doesn't feel really, it just feels louder in a way. And then you hear Truth or Square, and it's like you're actually sitting in the actual location. It's all around you, it's like all encompassing, and it's just so starkly different to the other two, which looks like, it feels like you're looking at a screen with the mono one. It feels like you're looking at a TV screen and playing the game. With Truth or Square, it actually feels like it's kind of around you, and that's really cool. Just, I've never really noticed that much of a difference between stereo and mono before. And now Chum Bucket Lab. Yeah, and it's the same thing with the Chum Bucket Lab one, just this insane kind of difference, really, that once again, like I barely listen to game music all that much, but it's so different. It really makes me wish that stuff like Creature from the Krusty Krab, I'm not sure what the type of audio is for that, but I really hope it's stereo and not mono, because just the difference is insane. Alright, and Rock Bottom. Man, the difference with Rock Bottom is also, it's like a whole other level of ambiance with the stereo version. It feels like it's kind of like the hairs on the back of your neck type of thing, like there's stuff going on all around you type of thing. It's a much fuller, wider type of experience. Once again, it feels more immersive in comparison to the mono one. Man, I heard Sheriff talk about before, like on the Nick Fans United Discord, a whole bunch about wanting the stereo tracks and the mono tracks. I hadn't really put a whole bunch of thought into it, but man, I really hope this stereo tracks in Rehydrated. It is a massive difference, and especially for a game like what is it called? Truth or Square, for that to have stereo ones, and then for the new quote-unquote kind of AAA release SpongeBob game that we're finally getting, for that to not have proper stereo tracks is going to be a massive oversight, really. Just for the difference alone. Like, people who haven't seen the comparison, it's not going to be as much of a thing, but man, the difference is insane. Thank you everybody for watching. It's been me, Chester. Bye-bye.
I'd like to thank Chester for his honest thoughts and opinions, as he's absolutely nailed it. If you think you're concerned, feel free to go to the description and send an email over to Purple Lamp expressing your concerns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.